Lost 120 pounds in a year and a half time frame, and what has it changed in my life is it made my life overall happy. I've had a better relation with God, had a better relation with myself, better relation with my peers, and better relationship with the people I love. That's what changed in my life, and that's not coming from a pedestal. That took months to learn. When I was losing weight, I didn't have a good relationship with any of that. On the contrary, I had bad relations. Like I really didn't want to be myself. Like every day I would be like, man, I am too fat to actually be liked. Straight up. I mean, it's kind of harsh for people to understand or for me to say, but it's true. Like you can't. I couldn't look at myself and be like, man, you are an amazing dude to look up to. And it's hard to say that because it's not true. I'm overweight. It's very depressing at the moment, and that's why I make these videos so you guys can understand that yes, you're not alone. You feel upset. You feel like you don't belong in this world. You feel undervalued. That's totally normal. But the thing is, are you gonna make the change to change that? Like, are you actually gonna eat the right foods and do the right exercise to change that? That's what makes you different from everyone else. That's what separates you from the people that claim to get it but actually get it. And you're not gonna be like liked or anything. You're not gonna be pretty or anything. You're gonna get things done, which will make you happy. And that's when I was fat, it was like, oh man, I'm gonna get myself liked. That don't mean anything. Nobody's gonna like me. But the truth is, whenever people say that, it's that they actually enjoy themselves, their company. They actually like don't mind eating a steak and eggs or some rice on the side and be like, yeah, this is enjoyable. Instead of being liked by society, where you're like, oh, let's have a group picnic or let's do a big event. No, like that stuff you learn is when you lose weight. When you actually become self-happy, you learn that it's totally normal to do that stuff. So what if society says that's not normal? So what? You will die. Your whole friend group will die. Why live it for somebody else? People do it all the time, and that's what made me super upset. That I wasn't like the other people. I wasn't this fit person. I wasn't the guy who was an engineering doctor or whatever the case may be. I was not that guy, and whenever I was struggling to lose weight, all of that hits you. And until you lose weight, you have that mental clarity to be like, yeah, I have these deficiencies in my life, but I'm gonna take care of them one day at a time, not try to slam it down in like a day. Like I'd rather have you go all in for a 1 year period than go extremely tough on yourself for 1 month, because that 1 year alone, you're gonna do more things in that 1 month alone. The same thing with working out. You can go all in intensity for 1 month, and then the rest of the whole year, or maybe even 2 years, if the worst case scenario is that you just don't go back. And that's not what I want for you guys to do. The game is to play the game for as long as you can, not play as best as you can. Whenever I was losing weight, it was always like a judgment, like, oh man, like how would women react? Would women still like me that because I changed weight, or would women just treat me differently because I was overweight or something like that? And it's all games, because whenever you meet new women, they don't care. They see you and they're like, oh yeah, oh you lost weight, oh that's pretty cool, that's admirable. They don't actually be like, oh, well, you were 300 pounds like 3 years ago. That means I can't date you. No, that's not the case. Maybe that's all you think. That's all you're thinking in your head. You're thinking of all the things that she won't date you. But that's all mental torture games that you do with yourself. Because if you don't think like that, they're not going to think like that. You're the only person that's thinking like that. And that's something I struggled with whenever I went to go date and meet new women. It's like, man, would they know me as a fat kid? And would they still, like, I still think to this day, unfortunately. I'm like, man, well, does this girl know I used to be like 270 pounds just a year ago and now I'm not? Would she still like approach me? Would she still actually enjoy my time with me? And the truth is, yes, they don't care. They don't think about stuff like that. You do. And with your peers, the dudes respect you even more because you do the work, that you've proven that you can do it and you can lead because you have done it, and it gives strength to other people. Like, I have no problem saying, yes, David Goggins inspired me, or this person inspired me, because it's all true. Because if it wasn't for those guys, the motivation, the drive that would have helped me wasn't there. These guys showed me that it can be done, which gives you hope. At the end of the day, it gives you hope that you will change this around. Hope is what keeps getting you to grind out, eat a diet, eat consistently, calorie deficit. That's what does it all. The word hope. And this is what those guys hope is what keeps getting you to grind out, eat a diet, eat consistently, calorie deficit. That's what dude does it all. The word hope. And this is what those guys give you, hope. Don't be ashamed to be like, this guy gives you hope, because that is what actually helps you, motivates you, and gets you to the goals that you want. I struggled off that to this day, where I'm like, man, this guy's pretty good, inspirational. But I like, something in my brain's like, don't tell him. He's gonna have an ego. But it's totally okay. These guys do hard work. I admire that because I know it's hard. You know, whenever I see somebody bench like 350 pounds, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's an achievement, because I know he spent time on that. He didn't spend the whole weekend or the past month working on that. He's been practicing that for years. And that's something to admire. That's not something to push him down where you're like, oh man, could have done that in mod. No, you probably couldn't. And if you could, you would know the level of work that needs to be done. Instead of bashing him for actually putting in the work, you applaud him for actually going above and beyond his normal life, because he don't need to do that stuff. He does that for himself. Like, there's no like award whenever he benches 350. There's no like trophy like, oh, congratulations, you benched 350. It's more like, oh, I did it. That's an achievement. Everyone's excited, and they're excited. Whenever they do stuff, it's for themselves. It's not for like other people's opinions, because if it was just like that, then nobody would get anything done. Like, so what if somebody famous did it before you? Does that mean you're gonna not do it? Really? Like, imagine someone says your job is somebody has done it before. Like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna do it. No, you're gonna do it anyways. You're gonna try to do the same thing, and that's what these other people do. You're respecting your peers. The respect from others drives you, and it gives you admiration. Like, people like, man, this guy's been through shit and he's gotten out. That's admirable, and it's totally okay for people to say that to you. You don't need to have like an ego with it or anything. I'm not saying that, but it's something people do praise you for it, and more importantly, yourself. And down the line, your kids will praise you for doing all this hard work in the end, where it's like, man, dad went through all this stuff in this time, and he still kicked butt. That's all the motivation some people need. That's all the inspiration I need. And it's the hope that this will happen that drives a lot of us to go above and beyond what we normally do. It's the hope of the life that you can give to others, not what you can give to yourself. I was running a marathon, and I was thinking, man, this is brutal. Every mile was hurted like really bad, every mile. But every time I finished the mile, I was thinking to myself, I'm in super pain. I'm in deep pain. My knees are hurting. I have runner's knee, but I keep doing it. I keep getting faster. I'm literally watching my clock, and I'm getting faster by the mile. Why stop? Because I'm in hurt? Because I'm in pain? But I'm doing good. I'm watching people applaud me. And I use that same mentality when I'm in real life, where I'm like, man, I'm in pain, but if I can see my people be happy and see other people, benefiting from it, it gives me all the reason to do it. And it's no longer because of me, it's for others. And that's what differentiates yourself. Whenever you lose weight, you become a symbol of resilience. You become, yes, I may have had this and this and this. I may have struggled this and this and this, but I finished that. I finished it. Not somebody else, not this person did it. Maybe somebody helped you. Maybe you had people help you throughout the way, supplying you with help there and there and there. But you did it at the end of the day. Not some YouTube video, or not some, like somebody who gives you advice in the gym. You, because of how you wouldn't have done it. We didn't put you in there. We didn't wake you up this morning. It's all you, and that's the credit you deserve at the end of the day. That's why it's worth it.